Hello everybody, welcome back. MinerMount here. We are playing some Pixel Dungeon today. We are continuing the walkthrough series. The last video and this one I'm using the Rogue. And the next one I'll be using the Rogue too. I know I started with the Warrior class, but you know, each classes have their advantages and disadvantages, but overall the strategy should be about the same. Hopefully you can pick up some information in here that will help you on your Pixel Dungeon quest. Seed of Earthroot. We like that. I'll go over some of the enemies as we run into them. The ones that you will encounter from level 16 to level, well, 19, and then 20 is the King of Dwarfs. So this is a Golem. They are, they don't spawn until level 18, this level. And they don't drop anything unless you've talked to an impatient imp. We'll cover that here soon. But they'll drop like a dwarf token, and you collect enough of them and give them to the imp. He'll give you, I think, a random ring. Anyway, I'm gonna keep moving here. Mind vision, levitation. I got 5 potions of healing. That's good stuff. Potion of toxic gas. There's my healing. There's my healing. Decent amount of seeds there. I got a wand of fire. I'm gonna hit him with that. Speed it up here. Just, you know, when someone's on fire and I got room, I'm just gonna walk away from him. Let that fire do the work for me. It doesn't hurt you at all to walk away from someone like that, something like an enemy like that. Okay, these two guys. These are dwarf monks. They got 70 hit points. They have a 1 in 12 chance of dropping a ration of food. That's good. However, they're fast. They can pull your weapon, your equipped weapon, out of your hand and it basically throw it on the ground. So what I like to do when I fight these guys is have a second weapon. See those battle axes there? I like to have a second weapon in case I get my weapon taken from me. Because it takes 2 turns, 1 to pick it up, and then 1 to re-equip it. That's 2 turns. Whereas if you have a backup weapon in your bag, you can just equip that instead of wasting a turn picking it up, and then you're only out 1 turn of damage or whatever that while they're attacking you. So that's a little piece of strategy you might want to consider when you're going through these things. And I think those guys can spawn maybe even like in level 14 or 13, but by then you should be close to having a tier 5 melee weapon. But I always like to have a second weapon in case I run into one of those guys and they unequip it. You know, if they unequip and throw it on the ground. Okay, this is a fire elemental. They have 65 hit points. Always be fighting in water because every time they hit you, there's a chance that you could ignite. And they have a 1 in 10 chance of dropping a potion of liquid flame or whatever it is. Which 1 in 10 is not that good of a chance, and when you got a wand of firebolt, it's not that big of a deal. All right, another golem. You guys are pretty strong. They don't, like I said, don't drop anything, but the dwarf token after you talk to the imp. We'll go over that here in the next level because I believe that's when I run into the imp. All right, that's a dwarf warlock. They've got a pretty strong magical range attack. You don't want to fight them at a distance. You see these guys, you want to move in quick and take them out melee. And they've got what, a 5 and 6 chance to drop a random potion. So that's pretty good. There is another enemy here. They look similar to these guys, the dwarf monk, but they're a dwarf senior monk. I believe they have 75 hit points. I'm not sure about that. But they also have the ability to paralyze you. And they don't drop anything. So they're a pretty tough character to beat. And the only difference between them and the dwarf monk is they're bald and their pants are a little bit brighter orange, which if to look at them by themselves you really can't tell, but if they're standing next to each other, you can tell that one has brighter orange pants. But the giveaway is that they're bald. Definitely not an enemy to tangle with if you're not confident in your your weapon's choice. But like right now, I've got a tier 5 weapon. By now, you should have a tier 5 weapon. See this range attack? This hurts. Gets me, I dodged it. Bam, that hurts. Weakened. I mean, sometimes, and if I ran from him, he would have just moved down and kept hitting me. So sometimes you just got to take a few hits and then get in there and get them taken care of. All right, my weapon here is a glaive. Not sure how to pronounce it, but it's broken. So you can upgrade it or you can enchant it, and that will fix it. Right now, I'm gonna enchant it just because I like to save those upgrades just for the weapon breaking later. You want to have a few scrolls of upgrade on hand. We're getting close to the end, so endgame strategy is definitely coming into play now. As far as what potions I want to have, what scrolls I want to have, what rings I want to be wearing. See, that's another thing I like to, weaken. I got the weakened buff, obviously, makes you a little weaker. One of the strategies I'd really like to go over here real quick is rings. Like, the rogue comes with the Ring of Shadows. That helps you in the normal levels because you're not as detectable. So enemies don't see you, you have a better chance of running from them. It's very helpful. However, when you're fighting a boss, that's not going to do a whole lot for you. They're going to see you. You need them to see you. You need to fight them right away. You can't really run from bosses. So the Ring of Shadows isn't going to do a whole lot for you. So if you have another ring, like, I don't know, Ring of Haste or something like that, you can equip that before you go in. So trading up your rings to give you better abilities, it's a thing you should consider doing. You should do often before you go into a boss. Check your rings. Check what rings might help you better than, say, a Ring of Shadows. And wearing rings that are unidentified aren't a good thing. See, I just ran from that guy. You don't have to fight everyone. Alright, see that up in the upper right hand corner? That is an Impatient Imp. They are an NPC. They're a friendly. They won't do anything. Yeah, okay, he says he wants 6 of these things. What are they? Dwarf tokens. And you get those by killing these golems. So here, let's kill this first one. I'll show you what they look like. Right there. Just a little like coin thing with a yellow center. But he wants 6 of these things, and then he's gonna give me, actually, he'll give you a random ring that is either +3 or +4. But it will be identified. The negative side of it is it will be cursed. So you've got to either upgrade it or potion of purification, what have you. But it will be identified, and it will be a decent ring if it's not cursed. So it's definitely something. There's your dwarf token. It's definitely something worth getting, I think, late in the game if you've got the health for it. And you've got the weapons to take out these golems. These golems aren't weak. You know, they can hit you for like 30 points of damage, and that'll take you out quick. Another thing to worry about when you're fighting a dwarf senior monk, the bald monks with the orange pants, they can paralyze you, and that paralysis can last a few turns. So if you're at 50% health or lower, and you're going in to fight one of those guys, there's a good chance you're going to die. You're going to want to be over 50% health when you go in to fight those dwarf senior monks. Because the paralyzation, I forget how many turns it lasts, but their ability to inflict damage on you is such that if they paralyze you for, I think, 2 or 3 turns, that's it. You're done. You're dead. If you're 50% health or below, and you get paralyzed by one of those things, you will die. Just some friendly knowledge you might want to consider before you run in with guns blazing. Guns. Wouldn't that be awesome if you projectile weapons? I mean, I know the Huntress has her boomerang, which is actually I really love that. You get that boomerang upgraded a couple times. It's a very, very useful weapon. I just gotta decide what I'm taking and what I'm not taking here. Scale armor, obviously I'm not going to use it, but that's money in the next store, you know, so what do you do? What do you do? Oh well. Alright, we'll keep moving around here. We're doing pretty good. We'll be fighting these guys in water. The enchantment on my armor causes me to be rooted like that, but that also protects me, so it's a little annoying. I've got to let a little time pass before I can move, but it does protect me quite a bit when I get hit, so I'll take it. Like right there, I became rooted, but I've also got the protection from being rooted. I don't know my search there. And that's just your regular dwarf monk. He's not a senior. In fact, I don't think I run into one during this this video, but I think I will do a video on them just because they're such a powerful enemy, and it's hard to discern between the two of them. The giveaway is the bald head, obviously. This guy has hair on his head. The dwarf senior monk does not, apparently. Dwarf monks are susceptible to male pattern baldness like the rest of us. I wonder if they get, like, you know, teased about it and that's why they're so mad. Hurt people. Golem, got a golem on fire. Ugh. Just burning through the potions of healing. These 2 levels, God, I had 5, now I'm down to 2. I've had to use 3. But, you know, use it. Definitely use it. Don't die with the potion of healing in your backpack. Like, if you want to save it for the boss, well, you don't get to the boss. So the potions of healing ain't going to do you no good if you die. So, use them up. Here's the Impy Imp. How's it going? So this is weird here. I got 3. I need 6. And I end up getting 6. I think I give up in a minute here because it's just like, man, I could live without another ring. I don't need another ring. But on my way out, after I ditch the dwarf tokens, I run into more golems and I get enough, so I end up going back and picking them up and getting the ring. But you know, sometimes you got to make decisions like that. I find in gaming, making quick decisions, good decisions, is what's going to help you in the game. A lot of games I play, you've got to make pretty much snap decisions, and it's life or death decisions. But the more of those decisions you'll make, the better you are at making them. And I mean, that's Pixel Dungeon, GTA, PUBG. PUBG, by the way, I got a new game, PUBG PlayerUnknown Battleground. I will be putting some videos out on that as soon as I get a little bit better. It's a really hard game, but it's a lot of fun. I love it. So hopefully be getting some videos of that up soon. But really, right at this point, it's just going to be videos of me dying. So, yeah, I probably don't have to tell you how to die in other games. Probably can handle that on your own. You're all wonderful gamers. I don't know. I mean, you guys into first-person shooters? I don't know if, I mean, because this is like your rogue type game. Involves luck and a little bit of strategy, but I don't know, you know, the type of person who plays this game is the same type of person who plays a first-person shooter. I like all types of games. I'll play Mario Kart. I mean, I'm not going to be playing Candy Crush or anything like that, but I like all sorts of games. I remember my cousin and my older brother staying up late playing Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers, just watching them and waiting for my turn. I'd die, and then they'd play for like an hour. I'd play for like a minute and die. That's how it goes when you're the little brother sometimes, you know. But, you know, I still have those games. I still play them. I was thinking about doing like a Super Mario speed run. Show you guys how to win it like in less than 5 minutes. I can do that now. God, when I was younger, I could never win that game. It was so hard. That's where the term cheating computer comes from. You ever hear me say that? That's... I remember I watched someone play that game for the first time, and they fell down a pit, and they're like, but I jumped. I was like, that's, yes, exactly. Welcome to gaming. So yeah, we go back and pick these things up. I was giving up on it, but now I got 5, I only need 1 more. And if it's a +3, +4 ring, and I've got a Potion of Purification, then it's going to be a great deal, because even though it's cursed, I'll be able to remove that curse from it, and then it'll be a great ring. +3, +4. That's awesome. Well, the stairs up in the left-hand corner there, it's got a puddle around it, all the way around it. I've never seen that before. I know it's just random map spawning, but pretty neat. Pretty neat. Standing in the water to fight these guys. Yep. All right. Yeah, rooted. Alright, there we go. We'll get our last dwarf token there. We have 6. Let's go back to that impatient imp. I think he's down here. Yeah. Okay. Rolling down. What is he going to give us? Take the ring! Take the ring! And it's identified, but see that red? It's cursed. It's Ring of Haste +4. Nice. That's going to be really useful. I'm gonna unequip my my Ring of Shadows for fighting the Dwarf King, but then I will go ahead and equip it, because Ring of Haste, running fast, being able to back away a couple times, especially when there's multiple enemies. The King of Dwarfs has that, so it's a good thing. So yeah, use those rings accordingly. Certain rings aren't going to help you fighting bosses. Certain rings aren't going to help you during levels, but change them up. It's kind of like changing your attributes. Kind of, it's a role-playing game, RPG. Rogue type RPG, I guess they call it. And I had to throw that so I could equip it and then free up a slot. Because once you equip it, that puts it in that saved slot. So I don't know. And a Ring of Accuracy, that'll help. That'll help quite a bit. And yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this video short. This next video, I will go defeat the King of Dwarfs. But this one's getting pretty long, so I think we'll cut it here. And that's all I got time for today. Miner Mountain out. Peace.